Alright, this is the Crunchy Fat, and today I will be doing what if female deku was Quetzalcoatl from Fate Grand Order. Now, I did a little bit of research on her, and from what I can get from her, she has some healing abilities and a high physical strength stat. So I'll translate that into a healing quirk and a strength enhancement quirk. So we'll begin with her birth. With Izumi being born to. I'm going to say that in this one she's going to be Melissa's twin sister, so she's going to be David Shields' daughter. So as they will grow up on Island. Okay, so that's where they'll be growing up. So while they're on Island, Izumi's quirk begins to manifest as when Melissa trips over and hurts herself one day, Izumi is immediately there, and as soon as Izumi touches Melissa, Melissa's injuries immediately begin to heal. As they take Izumi to a quirk specialist on the island, they find out that that Izumi's quirk is named Quetzalcoatl. As David asks, like the Aztec god of the arts, crafts, and the wind. And the doctor would respond with, yes, it is exactly like that. As Izumi would think that's so cool, and when they find out that Melissa is quirkless, Izumi doesn't bully Melissa for being quirkless. She more or less looks after her, and protects her. So they begin to grow up on the island for a while, with All Might visiting from time to time, seeing his technical nieces, as Izumi will be studying and training to enter UA, with Izumi being very smart in this, on this same level as Melissa. Now, UA will be a college in this. So by the time Izumi's at the age of 17, she will be in UA. As Izumi continues studying and training her quirk, she becomes stronger and stronger, and she becomes smarter and smarter as well, as she learns to be able to use her quirk in more creative ways. Well, quirks. As she also begins designing her hero costume, which looks like it does right here. As once Izumi's graduated from her high school, her online high school, she took online classes for that time, as she would then begin to train for 10 months for UA, with her getting stronger and stronger and stronger as she trains her quirk more and more and more. As she'd be at the point where she's about 50% as strong as All Might. Now, she has she has helped All Might with his injury and has healed it to about 95%, so he still has about 5% of the injury left, but he's still will be able to function as a pro hero. As All Might would know that Izumi is trying out for UA, so he does come over to Island from time to time to train her. As once it gets to the final month and Izumi's finished her training, All Might would basically explain to Izumi what his quirk is, as he then plucks up, and he also explains that the quirk can be transferred to people by the ingestion of that person's DNA. With All Might plucking out one of his hairs, as he says, "Eat this." With Izumi taking it and eating the hair, as she states, "So how long will the transfer take?" With All Might stating that it will take a couple of hours for the transfer to be fully complete. So Izumi would be training during those couple of hours, and when the transfer is fully complete, she ends up using 100% of One for All, and accidentally breaks her arm, but she manages to heal herself with her healing quirk, with her wondering why did this happen. Now, with her, due to her training constantly, she can use about 45 to 50% of One for All. So that's how much of One for All she can use. And no, she won't be able to use Black Whip yet. With her calling All Might and telling him what happened, as All Might would be confused by this, as he stated that he was able to use 100% of One for All when he immediately got it. So it might be due to the fact that the quirk has gone stronger since it was passed on to her. As All Might then states that One for All is also an enhancer, so it will be able to enhance their quirk. I was about to retcon something, then I realized, no, that wouldn't really work with that character's personality. If you want to know what I was going to retcon, I was going to retcon Izumi getting One for All and All Might giving it to Melissa, but then I realized that Melissa isn't really the type of character to get up close and personal in a conflict, though she is willing to jump in the way. But I think she'd rather use her inventions to help heroes rather than go all out in there. But if you guys want me to retcon this, I will retcon it to where Melissa gets 100%, where Melissa gets One for All and not Izumi. With Izumi continuing to train, as she would then head to Japan for the UA entrance exam. As when she arrives at UA, she then enters the auditorium, as she ends up tripping, but is caught by a girl named Ochako Uraraka. As she says, that's bad luck to fall on your first day at UA, with her introducing herself as Ochako Uraraka, as Izumi would introduce herself as Izumi Shield. As while they're headed into the auditorium, they'd be socializing, and once they enter the auditorium, they then listen to President Mike when a blue-haired boy jumps up and asks about the fourth robot on the piece of paper, and that if this is a mistake on UA's part, I am very disappointed. As President Mike begins to explain the robots as they begin the written portion of the entrance exam, which Izumi passes with flying colors. And that is where I'm going to end this off. I will be doing the entrance exam, the physical part of the entrance exam, in the next part. Now, I've only done a little bit of research on Quetzalcoatl, so if I got anything wrong, you guys who have played Fate Grand Order or seen the anime can tell me. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with finally a continuation of the Lich series that I've been putting off for a while. So I'm sorry for you guys. I'm sorry for putting off, but I do thank you guys for being patient.